As the Writers Guild of America strike stretches into its third day, more than 11,000 film and TV writers remain out of work and on the picket line. They are fighting for increased wages, particularly when it comes to writing for streaming services. But they're also looking to the future and hoping to stave off an industry takeover by artificial intelligence and chatbots. CBS News MoneyWatch reporter Megan Cerullo is here with us in Studio 57 with more on this. So just help our viewers understand. I think that oftentimes the most immediate impact that they see is with late night comedy because those shows go off the air immediately. But really, when we think about all of the shows that we watch, whether they're on streaming or whether they're on linear television, the writers are generally the backbone of almost everything that we consume. And while the rates may have gone up in years since the last strike 15 years ago, the number of episodes per season is declining, and the streaming services don't have any transparency as to who's watching what. On linear TV, we have Nielsen. We have no idea how many people are watching, Bridgerton on Netflix.
Right. The writers' aim in trying to carve out these stipulations, they're afraid that producers are going to look for excuses to pay them less. They're afraid that they're going to hire AI to write scripts. And very simply put, it's about them protecting their jobs and protecting their wages. They've asked for more money, but, sort of ironically, this clause in what they're asking for doesn't actually cost executives anything now. They just want a guarantee that studios won't hire AI instead of writers.
And so in terms of the negotiations, are the studios pushing back on this AI thing?
Studio executives have been outspoken and come right out and said they believe that we'll have the first AI-generated script within a year. So that's why there are three protections that writers want in place. They don't want AI to be used to write or rewrite any scripts. Mm-hmm. They don't want to have to rewrite what some of them call trash generated by AI. Yeah. And they don't want studios to be able to train AI on their work. So they don't want studios to give AI a prompt, say, write a script in the style of this very successful Hollywood writer, which AI has shown it has the capability to do.
Yeah, so far not very good, though, but you never know what the future holds.
Right. I mean, as I mentioned to you, there was an episode of South Park. Now, Matt Parker and Trey Stone write for that show. They're the writers, so they themselves use an AI. I think that was the point they were trying to make with a recent episode of South Park, where it seemed to write at least half of the show. But the question, I guess, is twofold. One, the studio execs will point and say, well, writers' pay has gone up in the last 15 years. But those numbers can be skewed, right? Because Matt Parker and Trey Stone are writers, Shonda Rhimes is a writer, Aaron Sorkin is a writer. They make millions and millions of dollars, but the 11,000 that we're talking about don't make anywhere near that. So what are they looking for as far as fair compensation? And second, when the studios say, hey, the industry is contracting and, we're coming into a recession, that is true. But then when the writers say, but look, Mr. Studio Chief, you made $300 million last year. That could pay for at least 10,000 writers to write, 50,000 scripts. I mean, how do you justify what the studios are saying, which is there's a recession and we have to embrace new technology, and what the writers want?
Well, the industry has shifted dramatically, and writers' qualms is they're not getting to share in the streaming profits. So they're not making the kind of money that executives are. And they just want, one WGA member said she feels as if writers are being erased out of the industry. Right. And so studios are looking looking to cut costs wherever they can, including by bringing in AI. And writers have said, look, if we want to work with AI, if we want AI to assist in starting, in generating ideas, that should be up to us, not to you. We don't, if producers want to work with AI, then that should be up to producers, not writers. So it's really about protecting their earnings and putting protections in place. But the studios, what they're saying instead is they don't want to make any kinds of guarantees because they're bullish about this technology. And their response was essentially, we're not going to guarantee that we won't use AI, but we'll let you know how it goes, how it's going in these annual meetings. We'll update you on its progress.
Is there any end in sight before we let you go? How long do you think this is going to last?
The strike? I don't know.
Yeah. She's focused on business.
No, but I mean, but I mean, in other words, are there any? I mean, we know they're not talking since the strike started. So, are there any? They haven't been speaking, the studios and the writers. So the question is, you have to have something that is not negotiable before the strike, but now becomes negotiable. And we haven't heard.
Maybe it'll be AI.
Well, they don't see eye to eye, but again, to a point that one of these writers made, that's actually not, they're not asking for money. So it could be argued that that'd be an easy concession to make, but presumably studios see it as being tremendously valuable and potentially leading to serious cost savings down the line, which is why they're unwilling to budge.
They don't see AI to eye, because I love a good pun. But I hope they figure it out. I hope they figure it out.
That's a pretty good one.
Megan, thank you very much.
Thanks, Megan.
Thanks, Vlad.